Hey, Segovia, back with another video. Y'all ready? We're gonna take a walk on the dark side, y'all. This might be a little unsettling. Buckle up, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Okay, I have a warning for all parents. Today, the fucking scariest thing happened. I was cleaning up my porch and I find my phone. I have 6 missed calls from my son. He's out of town at a friend's house. He answers the phone and I can tell immediately he's crying and freaking out. And he says, somebody did something to me. And I said, what do you mean? He's hyperventilating and trying to tell me what's going on, but I can't understand him. The mom is trying to tell me what's going on while he's freaking out and panicking in the background. It turns out somebody texted him and asked for a picture of his face. Now, don't ask me why, but he sent it. They then sent back pictures of what looked like him naked. My 11-year-old son. Apparently it's called sextortion and it's AI generated pictures, and they told him to send money or else they were going to pretty much leak the pictures if he didn't send them money. These pictures looked real. My son panicked. Thankfully he was with a friend. The friend went and got his mom and let the mom know what was going on. The mom then calls me off of Jace's phone. So I go and pick him up. I have his phone. I see the messages, and the mom had already Googled it and she had seen something on Facebook before. Dad also had already heard of it. I had no idea that this is like something that's going around. But my son is traumatized. My son is literally not okay. And I am fucking pissed. Now I know my son should not have sent the picture. Yes, I know that. But still, what these people are doing is not right. They were also getting pictures of his TikTok and sending them to him, saying that they were going to send all of his followers those pictures if he didn't send them money. Oh, and they also sent naked pictures to him, a girl. I found a YouTube video where they said that a 16-year-old actually took his own life because of the exact same thing. And you're supposed to call the FBI if this happens to you. So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow, because it's 9 o'clock at night. I can't call the FBI right now. I don't think so. I don't know. Never tried to call the FBI. Okay, regardless, please share this video. More people need to know about this and warn your children.
There was a government-funded operation called Project Bluebird. Ultimately, it was to break a person's mind, to create splits, multiple personalities that could be controlled. And my stepfather was in counterintelligence in the Army. We know he was trained in that. I would never say that I was a subject of it by government funding, but what we do know is what he did to me was textbook of what they would do to people. The first memory I have was being tied to a bed. I was about 3.5, and he came in and he had a cat, and he said, I want you to get the head off this cat. I had been tied to the bed all day, and he says, if you don't get the head off this cat, I'll cut your head off. And I think that's the first time my brain split. The pressure and the fear of the trauma, your brain splits in order to still function. And me as a child went away, and then I developed this personality that said, yeah, I'll do it. I don't care.
I'm here reporting live at Chipotle, where a massive scandal is going on because they will not switch to measuring cups. They use spoons for their protein. This has been going viral on TikTok lately. We're gonna go find out what the hell is going on with the protein portion sizes at Chipotle. With the price going up, inflation rising, and the protein sources appearing to go down, we're gonna find out what's going on. Let's go. Have you heard about the massive controversy with Chipotle lately with the protein portion sizing? The debate online right now is that isn't an accurate way to serve protein. Wouldn't it be better if they had a measuring cup? Yes, like that, or like this, like over here. It's impossible with the scoop.
Actually, I feel like this would kind of shorten you guys. Yeah, it's like 4 ounces. Because like sometimes we give you guys a little bit more, but other times like it's like just the right amount. Because if I put this in, it's like almost like.
That's amazing. I'm gonna get a bowl. We're gonna do white rice and some steak. See, he gave me that little hitter. I think it really comes down to the mood, the how busy it is too. Like right now we don't have any.
Oh, listen to this shit. So Geico, I got into the accident, whatever. It was her fault. Geico was like, listen, it's clear as day. It's her fault. No problem. We're going to go through her insurance. Some fugazi shit starts happening. They call me, hey, so listen, Mr. Herrera. So here's the situation. Yes. Okay. Unfortunately, she has Geico, but her insurance is essentially so bad. She paid the lowest policy possible that she can only cover up to 10 grand. And because we don't know if your damages will be 10 grand or less, we're just going to go through yours. And I'm like, no. I'm like, excuse me? I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. So she gets rewarded for paying a lower premium every month, and I get fucked. Now my insurance, and then all of a sudden the tone changes. Well, okay, let's see. And I said, no, how about we do this? How about you get the adjuster out there under her case number, see how much it costs, because we don't know how much it's going to cost. Because I already called and they told me it was going to be under 10 bands. And then finally they called me, oh, okay, mister, we are going to go through hers and blah, 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 blah. So, but here's where I got pissed off. If it was someone else, they didn't offer an option. They said, we have to go through your insurance now because hers is bullshit. Yeah. And I fought it, and then they reversed it. But so I ChatGPT'd it because I said, why would they do that? I love that shit. It gave me a whole breakdown. Bro. I said, this sounds kind of fishy, blah, blah. And they said, yes, Kevin, this is very fishy. Here's the reason why they would do this. And they broke it down into like different categories of why they would do this, why it makes sense to them. And I was like, you fucking motherfuckers, bro. But if it was anyone else, if it was like a younger person or an older person who was just like, oh man, Geico's telling me, now your shit goes through the roof, even though it wasn't even your fault. And now what happens now is they drop your ass. They're dropping motherfuckers now. Now they're saying, oh, you can't even be, we only give you insurance. So now you're stuck with no insurance. Now you got to find a bullshit policy that is going to cost $1 million a month.
Like, these insurance companies are just total scams, because I've had insurance forever. I've never really used it. We should get a kickback or be able to write it off on our taxes, when it's tax season. Something. I'm just paying, now that I got a new vehicle, I'm paying, over $100 on insurance. And I don't even need it. I need it by law, but I know it's there for like security. But if I don't use it at the end of the year, I should get a kickback or a discount, right? Insurance always goes up. It's a scam.
In the posters of the movies your kids watch. On this one, viewer discretion is advised. First, we're going to start with mirroring the right side of the Lion King poster. Notice in the middle, it looks like a beast with horns, and his back is to us. In front of it, it looks like two hooded figures are praising it. Behind it, it looks like a pair of hands are praying to it. And like many of the images, it doubles as another. This is also the eyes of a horned owl. Mirroring the other side and flipping it, I'm sure you can see the eyes and the horns. Now on the old Lion King poster, this gets weird. Tell me it doesn't look like they're looking up at a UFO and there's a beam coming down and some type of sacrifice is going on. If you look closely behind the banners, they drew it to where it looks like there's a round object and then it's brighter in the center. Tell me what you think. If I'm gonna be honest, it also looks like a gray alien peeking up over the haze. Mirroring the other side, it looks like they're standing on the eyes of a serpent. X-Men Dark Phoenix. Mirroring the right side, you can see a hooded figure with the face and all. Mirroring the other side, again with the serpent and flames. On this one, I'm going to show something that I found a lot of, however I'm not going to regularly show. My purpose for showing it now is to show what these people are all about. We'll start with mirroring the left side, where you can see an obvious face. In fact, there are many faces, including the eyes up here, the alien face right here, and another alien face down here with his arms out. You have another figure with horns. Now what you get when you mirror the right side, this is what I won't be showing much of, although there's a lot of it on the posters, not just demons and aliens and Baphomets. I'll zoom in for you because I'm not going to point it out or say it. I will say that I believe there was intention behind the color of the boy's shirt.
People keep saying the robots will take our jobs 10 years from now, 20 maybe, but what if I told you? It's already happening. Waymo is running over 200,000 taxi rides a week. No driver, no steering wheel, no paycheck, just pure machine. Amazon, they've got 750,000 robots sorting your packages faster than any human, and they don't take bathroom breaks or ask for raises. In China, robots are running warehouses at full speed and nobody's clocking in anymore. At gas stations, no attendants, just metallic arms refueling your car without a single word. And in kitchens, robot chefs trained on 5 million recipes, cooking perfect meals every single time. These aren't concepts. These aren't beta tests. They're working right now. And while they earn money for corporations, humans are getting laid off. Taxi drivers, warehouse workers, chefs, gone. Machines don't just replace muscle anymore. They're replacing skill, experience, craft. And most people still think their job is safe, still pretending automation's a distant threat. But this isn't science fiction. It's payroll. So ask yourself, which job will be the last one left before humans are obsolete?
These corrupt government guys fighting against rebels trying to overthrow the corrupt government, and guess who's in the middle getting killed? All the innocent people. That was probably one of my most eye-opening experiences culturally, you know, like again being worldly traveled, seeing true death and true just heads on tables everywhere in the markets.
Human heads?
Oh yeah, piles of bodies.
Why were there human heads on tables?
Cannibalism. It's voodoo, man.
Cannibalism?
It's West Africa. It is like hardcore.
Do you see that happening
every day?
You
like
see
all the
humans
if you type in rebels of Liberia, West Africa, you will see crazy people with wigs and weird glasses and wearing women's dresses and life preservers, and they're out there shooting with AKs and RPGs, kind of Lord of War. Remember the movie Lord of War with Nicolas Cage? That is Liberia. And so the ground, the pavement is all 7.62 by 39 brass. There's no pavement. It's brass everywhere you go in the streets, just constant gunfights. And
hold on.
Eventually,
hold on. We gotta.
This is a sound war that nobody ever heard about.
I've never heard about it. What is it? I mean, you saw fucking cannibalism?
Yeah.
Shit's getting weird. Part infinity.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per...
Yes, Germany, please, if you can please come to the front of the class.
Was that a little kid or what?
Some questions. This apparently is outside the Cologne Cathedral in Germany. And I've seen these before. I've seen these like interesting medieval sculptures that are just kind of outlandish and wild. And I don't really understand, especially like it being outside of that. Like, you know, it's a different time, and it's not like you can take it down. It's like history, right? History of someone giving themselves the fellatio. Oh, I don't know, but I've always kind of wondered, like, why? So if anybody has any knowledge on this, come in the comment section. Pause. Whoa. You know what I mean. Comment in the comment section below and fill us in. Pause again. Whoa. God, can't get away from it.
24 hours after the city of Los Angeles painted over graffiti, taggers came, and now it looks like this again. The city just cleaned this up. Ah, man, do it over. Do it over. Do it again and again and again and again. You can almost see the lines from where the city was when they painted over that graffiti that was here, and then the new graffiti that has since been put in. Some of these actually look like someone was out here for hours. These Ozzy Osbourne, man, real dude. That's dope, for sure.
Like, what a waste of taxpayer dollars. Because you know when the government's doing something, they're not using regular paint. They're using like $10 million paint. That probably costed over $1 million to just paint over that. And in less than 24 hours, it's back to where it was. Quick. Nobody driving by decided, like, hey, there's people out here graffitiing this. Nobody. Big old murals that look like they take days. Taxpayer dollars. There it goes. Down the drain, LA.
Rolling up and they were like, yo, can you like not do that? Because they were stopping people one by one, but everyone was trying to finish their art real quick.
Somebody please explain to me what this building right here is. What's the meaning behind this? What the fuck does that mean? You got a giant soaring over the towers of Chicago.
Tell us.
You know, is this old world right here? It's like old world structure or something, or got new structure, old, got semi-old, new. She's got this. It's just in the middle of nowhere. What is this? Look at the structure here. This is all City Hall right here. Look at this. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. Somebody explain.
When we were all in the caves, half of everyone born
Your favorite
was dead
teacher.
before the age of 30.
Jesus.
Fast forward to 1840.
Sure.
That number went up to 35. Half of everyone born was dead by the time they were 35. So, in the tens of thousands of years between living in caves and the middle of the 19th century,
we only got 5 more
we
years.
got 5 years
Jesus.
on that. Okay? Since then, with advances in medicine, and oh, by the way, everyone back then was eating organic. Just saying. And the water was clear, the air ran pure, the game was free range. Didn't make a damn bit of difference. Science matters here. Okay? All right? You can run around and eat all the organic you want.
Okay.
You'd be dead by the 30 unless some doctor came in and said, we can increase your life expectancy using science.
You're directing this at me as if I'm RFK Jr. I'm not. I'm just telling you I'm not. Okay.
Hold me back.
All right.
Let me get it.
Like, I wonder what the life expectancy, because there still is people so on, living in caves, right? Living that life, hunter gatherers that are eating organic. And then there's these people like us that go over there and try to give them Coca-Cola and candy. There's tons of YouTube videos of these, kids in not third world countries, but that are like hunter gatherers, people feeding them Skittles and stuff. And they're like, that's disgusting. But I wonder what their life expectancy is, because we've been told our life expectancy was 30, 35, but then there's other people that says we live, 200 years old, whatever, right? There's more oxygen in the atmosphere. We were taller, we were giants, right? So I wonder what their life expectancy is, the people that are still living off the land. Anybody out there, go do the research. Let me know in the comments. I'm going to do some research and try to figure out what is the life expectancy for them. Is it 30, 35? Because they have no science. They're eating nothing but meat and plants off the land and fish. And let me know down below.
You guys remember Bill Gates? You know that Bill Gates guy? He's a trustworthy guy, right? Well, over the weekend, Bill Gates was given the green light to start secretly spraying RNA schmaxines on food products in America. So yeah, they're going to spray mRNA vaccines on your tomatoes, on your lettuce, whatever they can spray it on, they going to spray it on that shit. If the spike protein concerns you, if all the health issues arising, heart disease, turbo cancer rates, all these horrific things we're seeing statistically through insurance companies' policies, like filings, like these are statistical anomalies which are occurring now. Go to the link in bio. Get the spike protein detox today. Get some fucking ivermectin while you're at
He's
it.
selling stuff
Wellness
now.
company's got you covered. You're gonna get 10% off when you hit the link in bio right now. Do it now. What are you waiting for?
Check out what Michelle Lammy, the high priestess of Hollywood's daughter, said about her.
And how she presents herself is so much about like bewitching people. And I love watching that, I love watching her work and the power.
So how she presents herself is about bewitching people. Gives us a better perspective and understanding on why she didn't want to say God is good.
Can I hear God is good?
Huh?
God is good.
God is God.
God is so good.
She doesn't want to say that.
You don't believe in God? Can I get a God is good? Hey man, I need you to stop it.
What?
Nah, I want to pay.
What's wrong with God is good? Kind of makes you question why different celebrities hang out with this individual.
It's about to be turned up tonight. Can't wait. Boom, boom, boom. It's gonna be turned. Yeah. So good. Can't wait either, man. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm about to lose my mind in here. I'm about to go crazy. First one in Europe. Stuck in a bubble for the last how many months? Shit, too long, too much. I know. I'm about to go crazy.
So we are going to explode and we are going to get to. Okay.
All right, for sure.
Okay.
All right.
There you had Travis Scott. Here you got Kim Kardashian. And don't forget how they love to put children in the mix. This is where it gets to another level. This is one of the biggest reasons I even bring stuff like this up. Because innocent children are involved in a lot of these different people's rituals. May the Lord shed more light on what's really going on. These people are pillars for the satanic realm. They're witches and warlocks. And yet, your favorite celebrities be hanging out with them. What does that say about your favorite celebrities? You better start.
Like, I wouldn't be able to step foot in my parents' house if my mom or dad saw me hanging out with somebody like that. They would have a serious talk with me. Like, what are you doing? Look at, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't even feel comfortable in the same room as that lady. She just looks evil. Just doesn't look like she's got good intentions.
Hey, whatever you want about the guy, but that single act of him getting into that place and getting that footage, people like David Gergen admitting that they're members of Yes.
That's a f***ed up video.
Okay?
You ever seen that?
Yes, and he's saying, you took an agreement when you went in there, right? You weren't supposed to.
Yes, he's
No, I just walked right in.
Yeah.
That took place at the 2004 Democratic Convention at Pace University. I was there that day. I was there that day. I didn't even know who AJ was back then, or David Gergen, or any of the shit that I'm talking to you about today. We're talking about 20 years ago, okay? That happened at City Hall Park. There's no description. I know because I was there that day. They held the convention at my school, so he ambushed him in City Hall Park because I recognized the fountain in the background of that video. That day, they were all in the same building. I was in the same. I actually went on camera holding an Albanian flag that day because I was trying to get. Because every news station in the world was there. That's where AJ corners David Gergen. City Hall Park, 2004 convention that they held at Pace University.
Crazy.
He doesn't deny being a member. He doesn't deny the rituals. He just says, why would you go in there and film it? You're not a gentleman.
Do you think
that video is real? Like, all your audience needs to know is it normal for the most high profile, powerful, richest people in the world to wear cloaks like witches in front of a stone statue that's 20 or 40 feet high, setting a bonfire on? Whether it was real or not, no one could confirm because he was too far away to see if there was actually a human being in there. But you could hear someone screaming. Why would they even want to reenact something like that? People in charge of our banks and this and that. Because this Babylonian magic, my brother, that goes back to the time of the ancient Babylonians, that was passed to the ancient Egyptians, to this demonic deception that's been going on since day one, that they give knowledge to those that align themselves and betray the human race. Because we are brothers and sisters, and I said this earlier too. I hope none of my Christian brothers and sisters got offended. It doesn't matter what denomination. What I'm speaking about here, we all have the same enemy. We all believe the devil's real. I can't judge you. You can't judge me. Regardless of who Jesus Christ was, we still believe in him. We believe he's coming back. We both believe in an antichrist or a false messiah who will have powers that no human being has, that will deceive humanity into worshiping him like Pharaoh told people to worship him. And I believe they will have help from this demonic realm. And there are human beings that are expediting this process. And I think one of those ways might be through the CERN project.
Do you think that a lot of people who become a part of these high-level elite organizations, if you will, even when they're in it, understand if it is like, you know, demonic
Good coffee
rituals,
today.
They even understand they're a part of that versus like, oh, this is just a club and I'm special because I got here because I'm talented at something.
I think it's a boiling frog scenario. They get in the water, and the people that are around them to bring them into that world or to groom them slowly show them and turn them. By the way, this is who you've been working for. And by the way, if you go public, this is going to happen.
Right, like
this
the Masons you were saying. Yeah.
And again, I'm not even alienating them in that aspect. Okay? I can't sit here and say all Masons are evil, but I think there may be branches of them that are. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay? There's corruption in every society, every group, every political party, every religion. I'm not going to sit here and say Islam's perfect. And it's being like, no. The concept of Islam, what the Prophet told us, how we're supposed to practice our faith, how we're supposed to have compassion and mercy for other human beings, yes. But the people that speak for the faith, these governments that I won't say their names because I'll probably never be able to visit. I've never been to them, but I would like to go perform a pilgrimage one day. It's an obligation that I have. Like Malcolm X went back and changed his life.
You ever heard of Jolly West? Jolly West worked for the CIA under MK Ultra and led Sub-Project 43, a psychophysiological studies of hypnosis and suggestibility. Also involved in MK Ultra LSD research. This dude apparently loved LSD, but also loved studying the human psyche. He would test it on people unbeknownst to them. Would just find random people and test LSD on them.
What a cool dude.
So in 1962, Jolly West injected a 7,000-pound elephant named Tusco with 297 milligrams of LSD at the Oklahoma City Zoo.
Because he was bored?
Killed the elephant. And he also worked in the Hyatt Ashbury Free Clinic. It was a clinic where troubled people or insane people would go. Not only did Jolly study LSD and all that stuff, but he also was super heavy into studying like the occult and different types of cults. And guess who went through this clinic? Charles Manson.
Yep.
So the theory is that Jolly recruited Charles Manson in MK Ultra and was testing him, and that's what led to murder, starting this cult. A huge thing of the MK Ultra of him like figuring out how to break someone's mind was to put them through sleep deprivation mixed with LSD. They said you could actually hypnotize and manipulate someone so they can do something.
Past the
dark. Yeah.
Gosh, man, that's truly terrifying.
How do the demons speak to you?
They tend to use ancient languages.
Really?
Aramaic, Hebrew, Greek. I don't know if it's just to impress the priest or what, but I don't speak most of those languages.
Yeah, yeah.
So I would have to record and then play it for one of my priests.
Do you want them to talk to you or do you not want them to talk to you?
We don't have a conversation. There's two questions I can ask. What is your name? And when are you leaving this victim?
This was inside of the bunker. I mean, this is disturbing. This is probably as disturbing as it can get. And it probably gets worse in so many other scenarios that we don't even know about. I mean, people, at least 10 children, were allegedly drugged and taken to this bunker. Officials say those victims were between the ages of 3 and 10 years old. And then to see people talk about how these women that were involved with this underground bunker were parents themselves. And officials say that this is the underground bunker in this case. I mean, look at that. That's terrifying. Jody Wade said the people who were trafficking the children could make upwards of $1,000 a night. He said that he believes that the abuse began back in 2022. So just imagine what these poor innocent children had to go through. But also how many other children are going through the same exact situation right now that we don't even know about. This type of shit exists in our society. It is time to finally come to that realization. This entire story gets so much more disturbing the more that you look into it.
Who was it? Like, they show us in the movies. They show us everything in the movies. Like, I forgot what movie it was, but there was like a phone downstairs where this kid, I don't remember what it was. I remember watching it though, but they show us these movies that, you know, the creepy guy has them locked. I think it was with a Gyllenhaal movie. He always had a mask on, but, you know, they show us in the movies, y'all, what they do. You know, it goes on. It's just a dark, scary world. Protect your children.
Crucified upside down.
Peter.
Why? Was it because like regular crucifixion wasn't good enough for him? Or what was he didn't deserve it because Christ had gone through it?
Well, so the story is that they say we're going to crucify you, and he says it's like too big of an honor to die like my Lord, and they say, well, we can fix that.
Oh, Jesus.
We know a lot about crucifixion, but crucifixion was seen as so disgusting. I believe it was Cicero who said that like the word crucifixion shouldn't even be on a Roman man's lips. I mean, the word excruciating, X is off of in Latin, and crus, off the cross. And so they looked at the conventions of what we do know about Roman crucifixion, and then they looked at the descriptions in the gospel to try to figure out, okay, if we could diagnose how Jesus died, how would he have died?
So get this, I'm researching for the Clinton body count the other day. I started poking around with what happened with Vince Foster and everything, and come to find out, Hillary Clinton having an affair with Vince Foster in 1977, according to this book right here, The Marriage, and multiple state troopers that were their security detail verified this, saying that they were always fondling each other and that Vince would show up like clockwork the moment Bill left the house. And it does not end there. It also turns out that when Clinton was president, Hillary allegedly, according to Whitney Webb, was selling nuclear secrets, nuclear codes to Israel through Vince Foster. They get caught, and she tries to make Vince Foster the fall guy. He says no, and then he's last seen entering his apartment with a confirmed Mossad agent, and then he is found dead in a park, and it's ruled a suicide.
This is the actor Woody McClain. You probably know him from the show Power, or from the movie Bobby Brown on BET, where he played the character of Bobby Brown. But what I'm sure you don't know is how he got some of his fame. Well, the cat's out of the bag. Just like many other actors, a witch doing witchcraft brought him into much of his success. Check out this video.
My neighbor, Erica, I was just talking to her 2 nights ago. She's a director, and we always super cool. She was like, one day she was like, yo, just come over. Like, come over. I want to pray for you. And I get over there. She pauses the TV, and she was watching Power. She was watching Power, and she paused it, sat down. She put these crystals on me, and we just prayed. She was like, say everything that you want. And I was able to say all the things that I want. Then 2 days later, I got the call for the Power thing.
When you said you were able to say everything that you want, what did you say?
That was more so saying I'm ready. I'm ready. I want to go to the next level. And yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I feel like I'm ready, but maybe I'm not.
So this man had a woman put crystals on him and pray. Pray to who? She told him to say everything that his carnal heart desires. As they were praying, that's what she told him to say. That's what she told him to ask for. Everything that his carnal heart desires. All the nations of the world, all the kingdoms of the world. What sounds similar? Let's check out our Bible verse. Matthew 4:8-9. Again, the devil took him to a very high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and their splendor. All this I will give you, he said, if you will bow down and worship me. Who do you think is giving you all that, mister? If you got to step into a place where it's through witchcraft, who do you think is giving it to you? There are some people who come into success not through the devil, but there are many, many who do. And here you have a clear example, a witch doing witchcraft for this actor to come into more success. He said, I'm ready. I'm ready. What do you think happens in a lot of people's life and careers when it comes to entertainment, when it comes to music, when it comes to movies? When they want to go to the next level, how do you think they get there? And here you have a man talking about it like it's normal. That's exactly what they want you to do.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's exactly how they want you to feel, so you can step into it too. Out of a place of being blind and ignorant and gullible. Don't fall for it, my brothers and sisters. Don't fall for this buffoonery. I feel bad for that brother. May he come into full understanding on what he did and what he came into agreement with and get deliverance.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, he's just on a podcast saying it. Just said it. I sold my soul. I asked the other side. I told it what I wanted. 2 days later, I got the call. So now there's other people that are just so obsessed with being in the limelight. They want to be famous. They want to hang out with these people. They want the girls. They want the cars. So they're going to do that. They're going to try to do it. There's people out there that are going to follow that. Me, I'd be like, no thanks. I'm okay over here. But there's some people that will do anything to get on that TV and get in that crowd.
The UC has very high divorce rates.
Oh, that's easy. Military, firemen, police, airplane pilots. You would not get airplane pilots, but they actually do. Because why? They have the opportunity. They're not home. They're all over the world. They're usually with their stewardess. I hate to say it, but that's a common theme. Military usually cheats with other military personnel. Again, why? Because they're not home and they're usually in close quarters with their other person. Firefighters, I don't know what it is with firemen, man. It is what it is.
Look at this bird's legs. Look at its legs. Look at those things.
Listen, football is the #1 sport that gives off plantation vibes. All the field was acting up when Colin Kaepernick was up in there, and they got Jay-Z, the house, go outside and get the and say, I'm about to beat y'all. Get up off that ground and start hitting the hole. As soon as Jay-Z got $5 million a year, he told Colin, get your up and get back to work. Come on, you see what's happening out here. That's a fact.
Wait, why'd they get Jay-Z to do that? I don't get it.
Because, listen, Jay-Z's like, he been talking about, he said he could sell salt to a snail. They believe him. He done, listen, he gentrified Brooklyn by himself. Yo, Brooklyn was on, they was having parties, they was doing a good thing out there. He told him, yo, listen, I got a plan for y'all. The sign over, whatever. He moved all of like 50 miles that way and built the Barclays. And they gave him 2 seats. That's a fact. I'm not lying. Google. Yo, he moved all the out the way. They're like, we're going to believe in Jay-Z. He's from Marcy Projects. He moved them 50 miles that way and they built the big Barclays and is not in sight. So Jay-Z's going to
throw somebody.
Now, Jay-Z is a sellout, y'all. I cannot find the clip on YouTube. Let me break it down real quick. There was a secret meeting that was going to go down between Suge Knight, Jermaine Dupri, Prince from Houston, just a bunch of like record label people that weren't at the top, but they were trying to create like a union for hip hop. Like, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And they tried to get Jay-Z and P. Diddy in there, and they sold those two, sold them out. And then look what happened. Jermaine Dupri's gone, Suge Knight's gone, Jay Prince you never hear of. Like, they got pushed to the side, and Jay-Z and P. Diddy went to the top. Like, they're sellouts, y'all. They're snakes. They'll do anything to be at the top, the limelight, and to have all the money. They'll kick their peers down and do all that to be rich and famous, y'all. And those are the people that run the NFL halftime show. You know, we see what's happening to Diddy, right? His time was up. Jay-Z's time is coming too. I don't know when, but it's coming. I don't know if it's going to be long after he passes. You know, things are going to come out on him. I don't know, but it always comes to an end, y'all.
Control. I get these 11, 12, 13-year-old girls on birth control.
Wow.
And it's the absolute worst thing ever because I see this all the time. 11, 12, 13 on birth control. I have women at 20, 30, 40s on birth control to, quote, regulate my hormones. Birth control is not regulating anything. All birth control is doing is putting you into menopause, a pseudo-menopause state, so that your levels are not fluctuating. They're flat. So how does traditional medicine deal with a hormone problem? They put you into menopause.
Wow.
So they don't have to worry about navigating the ups and the downs. Birth control is bad. If you don't have to be on it for contraceptive purposes, there is not one benefit to being on birth control.
Yeah, I've had a lot of clients share their stories of coming off, and some of them, it really messes them up. And a lot of them were really angry that they got put on. Same thing. They were just told to do it. They trusted it, and then they're just on this hormone.
Women struggle, difficult periods, heavy periods, becoming low iron or anemic because their periods are so crazy. And so I understand the reason to just kind of jump in because you're like sick of feeling sick, but that's not a solution. As a 18-year-old girl, 25-year-old girl, it's not healthy for your body to have hormone levels of a 55-year-old female.
No.
Think about what that's doing to your body. So these women that get put on birth control at 14, 16, 18, 20, and they're on it for 20, 30 years, what do we think's going to happen?
The mass casualty happening right now in Midtown Manhattan is way worse than it even sounds. I can't show you what's even happening behind my head, but it's not just people that got shot, it's also cops that have gotten shot. But right now, as we speak, there are hundreds of people barricading themselves and hiding away from the shooter. And on the police scanners, they said what the culprit looked like. We'll come right back to that part. So far it's a level 3 emergency. They have the bomb squad down there looking, and the culprit is a Middle Eastern man, says the police scanner, with a bulletproof vest on. Do you understand what that could mean for the Middle Eastern conflict that's happening right now if it's confirmed what the police scanners said themselves? And by the way, that's one of many mass casualty events we've had over the last week around the US. But even odder, the Schumann frequency was seen doing things it's never done before again, and also timeline shifting in the middle of the night last night. That can make people act pretty crazy in itself. And just now, as I'm making this, they have released footage of the supposed alleged shooter, the alleged culprit. What's bizarre is he's just walking right in with it in his hand. Update you later.
Like, this was yesterday. Well, I got this clip yesterday. It didn't happen yesterday. But there's just things happening every day, y'all. Like, there was a 8.9 earthquake off the coast of Russia. Tsunami warnings. And I'm going to find those clips today, and it's going to be old news. Tomorrow, there's going to be something new. Like, it's just, we're being flooded. We're being flooded with breaking news, and there's aliens on their way over here to attack us in November. Crazy times, y'all. We're here to document it.
Third floor, bro, of the Blackstone building. You cannot make this up. Tell me that we do not live in the Truman Show. The 33rd floor of the Blackstone building. Blackstone, you know, like the black cube of Saturn, of Kronos, the golden age. You cannot make this up. What simulation are we living in? What Truman Show movie are we living in, guys? What is reality? You know, there's times I'm just sitting here and I see the news and it's like, what is this? Like, what reality are we living in? My goodness. But you know what? With that all being said, we might not know what in the world is going on with this clown show, this Truman Show, this, you know, weird reality. But what we can know, guys, what we can rest in is that Jesus is the truth.
Remember, pay attention, y'all. They have to let us know first before they can do anything to us. That's heavenly rules, right? That's how God laid it out for these little demon mother. They can't with us without letting us know that they're about to with us.
I was kind of going through a period. I was having a struggle with hopelessness.
Oh, okay.
And it was just really, the world is in a dark place.
Yeah.
Why did Malcolm Jamal Warner, who was rescued by onlookers, die after receiving treatment from the Red Cross?
Then let's go to the date he actually died on, which is July 20th, which is the 201st day of the year. Yeah, can anybody tell me why The Cosby Show ran for a total of 8 seasons, equaling 201 episodes?
They're gonna come for you. You're too clean for this game. That's what Eddie Griffin told Malcolm Jamal Warner, not in an interview, in private. It was a warning from a real friend. And now Malcolm's dead, drowned in the ocean while on vacation in Costa Rica. But the way the story flipped around, it's sketchy as hell. First they said he died saving his daughter. That version was everywhere. Headlines, social media, all of it. It was literally Us Weekly that claimed that Malcolm was trying to save his daughter from riptide before he drowned. But suddenly the story changed, and now they're saying Malcolm's daughter wasn't even in the water with him when he drowned. And then what's also suspicious is that Malcolm's wife wasn't with them that day, but we're supposed to believe Malcolm took his 8-year-old daughter to swim on a dangerous beach with no lifeguard presence and warning signs everywhere. And if the daughter wasn't in the water like they're saying now, then it means she was alone on the beach while Malcolm was swimming.
Is someone able to explain to me why this milk expires August 9th and this milk expires January of next year?
Damn.
Like they're both regular milk. I don't get it.
I got you. One has been traditionally pasteurized, meaning heated up to 165 degrees for 15 seconds and has a 2 to 3 week shelf life. The other one has gone through what they call ultra high temperature pasteurization, meaning heated up to 280 degrees Fahrenheit for 2 seconds and can be shelf life stable for up to 6 months. Now, some experts and scientists are warning that while ultra pasteurization does kill potentially harmful bacteria in the milk, it also damages all the other vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients originally contained in the milk. In a 2017 study by Brazilian scientists who assessed ultra-high temperature whole milk samples from 6 leading dairy companies selling in Brazil and elsewhere in South America, the researchers expressed concern when they discovered that all of the analyzed samples had, quote, significant potential to cause toxicity at the cellular level, as well as having genotoxic and mutagenic effects. Basically what they're saying is that drinking this type of milk might increase the risk of cell damage or even lead to genetic issues over time. Interestingly, the high temperature milk market is projected to grow almost 10% over the next 5 years. Additionally, they're saying that ultra high temperature milk tends to be more expensive than regular pasteurized milk, contributing to increased revenue in the industry. So maybe not a coincidence why it's being heavily promoted in grocery stores right now. Anyway, I think there's a lot of science yet to be done here, but the one thing that I will say is that food in America, the big problem with food in America is that it's almost always optimized for profit and not nutrition. But just for context, so we don't get taken down here, according to the CDC, pasteurization does not significantly change the nutritional value of milk. Let me know what you guys think.
I'm at my parents' house and my mom did the annual go into the basement and look through all of your childhood stuff to see what you want to get rid of. And I came across these concert tickets from NSYNC 1999. But the price tag. What happened to us? For context, this tour was huge. The opening acts included people like Britney Spears, Mandy Moore. Set lists included these bangers. I Want You Back, Tearing Up My Heart. Here we go. I looked at my seats for comparison today, what the view would be like. So this is now the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia. This is the view from roughly the seats I was in. Katy Perry's performing at the center next month. I found tickets that are on Ticketmaster now, same section, one worse row, and these are worse seats. Who is even seeing Katy Perry, first of all? This is like rat scum tickets compared to hot 1999 NSYNC in my opinion, but these tickets on Ticketmaster are $157 per ticket.
Plus the
I found
fees.
resale tickets of Katy Perry that are the same row that I was in, worse seats than I was in. Resale tickets are selling for $282 per person or $565 to see Katy Perry with roughly this view.
ridiculous.
$28. $28.50 per ticket. Back in 1999. Ticketmaster, you can go yourself.
Let me ask you a question. What happens when billionaires get bored of hunting? You know, normal hunting. Because let's be honest, at some point, big game hunting stops hitting the spot. You only can pose with so many dying giraffes before you're like, yawn, is this even illegal? We've seen the videos. Every other billionaire's got an Instagram post of themselves next to a sedated lion, making the same face your uncle made after deep frying a turkey. But after years of that, after the rare animal checklist is complete, what's next on the list? Enter The Most Dangerous Game, the old short story from 1924 where a rich guy hunts humans on his private estate because he's bored of animals. Yeah, that's fiction. Probably. Let's lay it out. Billionaires already own private islands, private armies, and uncharted airspace. Some of those places don't even show up on Google Maps. You think they're just throwing yoga retreats out there? These are people who casually own submarines and missile silos. They don't need escape rooms. They build full-blown death mazes for kicks. There's an entire genre of movies about elite hunting parties. The Pest, Surviving the Game, The Hunt, Hard Target. So, let's talk logistics. You need a remote location? Check. You need a private security force? Check. You need someone who won't be missed, like an unhoused veteran, a runaway, or a trafficked person? Dark, I know, but this is a dark topic. And finally, you need no consequences, which is basically a billionaire life in a nutshell. There are even rumors of course, of red rooms and human safaris, internet urban legends about auctions where anonymous people bid millions to hunt someone across a jungle compound or an underground facility. Is Hostel fiction, or is it a documentary? Now, I'm not saying it's happening, but I'm also not saying it's not. If you think they wouldn't do it, just remember they already created death games for the poor. They're called healthcare, wage labor, and war. But consume propaganda and maybe avoid private islands.
Let's see how much sugar is in a frozen butter pecan swirl coffee from Dunkin' Donuts. Clocks in at 172 grams of sugar. Let's measure that.
Look at that, half the cup. It's ridiculous. That's crazy.
So that's either 43 teaspoons or 47 cubes of sugar in this one frozen coffee drink. By the way, that's more sugar than not one, not two, not three, but 4 cans of Coke. There are more grams of sugar in this one coffee drink than there are floors in the Empire State Building.
And most of working class America, especially, women, because I used to be a courier, right? I was in and out of doctor's offices with MAs, nurses. They're drinking that on the daily, every morning. every morning going to get that Starbucks drink, and they're not getting a black coffee, with some heavy whipping cream or half and half in there. They're getting whipped cream, caramel every single day. That is unnecessary. Like the sunflower seeds, my dad brought some over and I love sunflower seeds with lemon juice. I've been eating that since I was little. But these David sunflower seeds, it is just ridiculous. I threw the rest away. I was like, I feel like crap after eating those. 2,800 milligrams of sodium in one serving of sunflower seeds. That's not necessary. Like they're literally trying to kill us. 2,800. You're supposed to, the average is like 1,500 milligrams per day of sodium. That was one serving of 2,800, 2 days worth in one serving of sunflower seeds. Like that's not necessary at all.
He's in a cult. No, it's a cult. This is Scientology. You don't want anything to do with it. It's
You almost had her.
Scientology. He's trying. Don't give him your information. I'm telling you, he's going to contact you for the rest of his life. He works 110 hours a week to get paid no money. He has no connection with his family or anything. This is a cult. This is a whole cult. If you give me information, they're going to harass you for the rest of your life.
He almost had her.
He calls you fresh meat. He's called a body rounder. His goal is to get you in there to watch that movie and try to sell you that book. Good job. Nice try, Joe. Nice try. You thought you had her, huh? Hi, Shannon. Bye, Shannon. What are you running for? Why are you scattering like that, Shannon? You're being super dramatic, Shannon. All that was unnecessary. I was just coming to say hi. I'm not a suppressive person anymore. And you're running off like that. You're going to give me a complex. Shannon, why are you trying to get them into a cult, Shannon? Hey, don't go for yourself. Don't give them your name. Don't give them your number. Don't give them your money.
Love your videos.
Have you seen how now, like, big food companies, for lack of a better term, fast food companies and then chips and snacks and all of that, have you seen that they're working on GLP-1 blockers in their food?
So they will basically become Ozempic resistant.
They are trying to make food now
That's scary.
that can resist Ozempic and Mounjaro and all of these drugs. Because the people who take this aren't eating junk food and aren't becoming overweight and aren't getting sick and are becoming more fertile and are becoming like, they gamble less, they buy less, they smoke less, they drink less, they shop less, they do everything less of the unhealthy. And because of that, they're actually going to make food that is going to block the block so that they can get you back into that. Sorry, that's just like,
I wonder what that's going to do to people who really weren't in this at all. Like if you just like regular Doritos and you aren't going anywhere near Ozempic, are you going to be like, look, I'll do anything for
you might be
like, are you going to lose your mind?
You
or
might be crack hungry actually. No, you actually might be crack hungry because GLP-1 is produced naturally, as I understand it, right? So it's something that your gut is supposed to produce when you are full. Most food hacks that feeling, but if you have a healthy gut, your stomach tells you, okay, you're full. So now to your point, if it blocks that, we might get like crack Doritos now.
Yeah, this is what makes me feel crazy sometimes.
Wait, like, does that pisses me off. Out of anything I've ever seen on these reactions, that is one of the top 10 things that really upsets me. Because, like he said, when they're, taking Ozempic or just eating clean, all your unhealthy gambling, shopping, all those things, over shopping, I should say, go down, right? Your mind opens up. Just like I said on my second channel with the food stamps thing, if they make it to where you can only eat clean foods, people are going to slowly but surely start getting off of that and going to start bettering themselves. Because when you're eating that junk food, you're just on the couch doing nothing. I know, trust me. But I also know how it feels to eat clean and better yourself and enjoy and love what you see in the mirror. That does something up here. And that they're doing that to the food, or they're trying to, that's evil, y'all. That is evil, and that really makes me angry.
I mean, China just built a 1.8 mile long ass bridge and expect people to go across that motherfucker. Look at the schematics on this motherfucker. Like, who in a rabbit ass mind is gonna go across this long ass bridge? What if your car break down? What if you run out of gas? What if you catch a flat tire? You gonna step out on that bridge? You gonna wait for a tow truck to come? Or you gonna walk that 1.8 mile to freedom? They say this bridge is taller than the Empire State Building. They say this bridge stands
That's
2,050
sketchy. I'm going over
feet
that.
above sea level.
I'd be
That's
nervous.
a hell of a drop. Better not get close to the edge. Now this new bridge will cut travel time from 70 minutes just to a few minutes across the George. I don't know about y'all, but I drive to 70 minutes. I'm not trying to go across nothing as long as that. Anything can happen. I don't give a damn if it's made of metal. Who made this and where are they? In June, this bridge sets to be the tallest bridge in the world. Probably gonna go down in the Guinness Book of World Records. Would you be traveling across this bridge if you needed to?
Las Vegas and lost their motherfucking mind, because $20 for some pancakes, $14 for a sausage biscuit.
They're killing
$15 for a
Vegas.
sausage biscuit is diabolical.
Agreed. Killing
Every
Vegas.
once in a while, I come to a mall, and malls are completely dead now. Malls are like eerie to come to. When I was a kid, coming to the mall was so fun and packed. It was like an amusement park. Now it's
You used to get dropped off at the mall.
dead here.
How are you? Good. I'm the gentleman who found the classified tape from your mission of you faking the window shot, putting the transparency over the window when you were supposedly halfway to the moon when in fact you were in Earth orbit. I have no idea what you're talking about. I think you must be some kind of wacko. Okay, well, we have the opportunity to set the record straight.
Well,
We're asking you to...
I'm not on the record right now.
We'd ask you to...
Would you please go away?
Well, asking you to swear in the Bible that you orbited the moon.
Would you please go away?
Well, if you really orbited the moon, why won't you swear in the Bible that you did
I mean,
so?
I wouldn't do that. Like, who the hell do you think you are? I would have slapped that dude.
Can you tell me why you would have a problem doing that?
Would you please go away?
You don't remember the shot where you put the transparency over the window? We have it being done up to about 10 hours before they supposedly walked on the moon. I just don't understand why if you orbited the moon you wouldn't have a problem about swearing to the Bible on it. Can you tell me why?
That's assault. It's assault. They're always the
Are you afraid
ones.
for the truth to come out?
It's assault.
I think you're some kind of wacko. I really do.
Well, I think it's wacky to not swear to God on something that's supposed to be obvious.
I understand what he's doing, but that's just annoying. Like, I wouldn't do that. Even if I did walk on the moon, like, you're nobody. I ain't gonna do that. This is just in the middle of the desert?
Hi, everybody. Aaron Smith, your go-to guy, again, out here in the middle of nowhere in Nipton, California, looking at what I called these are shopping carts, guys. Shopping carts. Check those
Oh,
out.
what the hell? They are shopping carts. Only in California, right?
So make sure you get everything. So make sure we're going to go all the way around. I got a lot of messages from people who wanted more video of it. So we're going to kind of do a 360 the best that we can.
Why is he changing his shirts? Or am I tripping?
Go ahead and follow me just so they can see that it's actual.
Why is he changing his shirt?
That's shopping carts. Look at this. Whoa. Whoa.
Feel that?
Whoa. Whoa. That's crazy. I felt like this vibration. I felt like this heat and vibration when I went in there. That was creepy.
Pentagon's expert warning about a possible mothership coming close to Earth. It may sound straight out of a movie, but the Pentagon and a Harvard scientist have collaborated on a new draft report questioning if we're alone in the universe, whether we've already seen evidence of life beyond Earth.
Tonight, out of Harvard University, a draft paper about mysterious flying objects sounding almost like science fiction.
Could have been a mother ship that released some probes in the habitable region around the sun. We have a visitor to our backyard. We should observe it at first.
Y'all, people are finding out there are NPCs, y'all. This is crazy. These are two sisters. This one over here, she has no inner dialogue, no inner thought. She can't see things in her mind's eye, but this one can kind of see things. You know, she's not all the way there, but this one over here, she sees absolutely nothing. She can't imagine anything.
Okay, the people want to know, can you physically imagine, like if I say imagine a pink horse, can you see it?
Yeah.
You can physically see it?
Yeah. Yes, but my sister can't. We had this conversation. I can visualize, but she can't.
You can,
but you can't see it.
No.
Oh.
You can see it? Can you see if Nilo wearing a tutu?
Yeah.
You can see
not in 4K, but
you can see it.
Well, I can see it in my mind's
So
eye.
she doesn't have the ability to see in 4K, so maybe she's at 720p, 1080p, but she can't see at all. Like, she has no thought, no imagination whatsoever. And then they're gonna try to call it a fantasia. So y'all, they're literally telling you that she's an NPC, because look at the word aphantasia. A meaning without, and fantasia literally means imagination or mental image. Yo, that's scary. I mean,
y'all.
look at her eyes. It's crazy because she has glasses, but she can't see or imagine anything, right? That's ironic. So aphantasia literally means see a phantom, see a ghost, see a NPC. Because look at this, aphantasia gives you the same as six ether, the demiurge, and non-player, like a non-player character. Oh my goodness, y'all, they're literally telling you that she's literally an NPC. And if you don't know who the demiurge is basically the creator of this illusionary world, who created these illusionary people. And obviously, that's one, she has no mental process. Just like they told y'all in They Live, man. You see what I'm saying? Look at that, y'all. They live. Oh my goodness, y'all. Sometimes y'all gotta slow down the videos and pause them and see what is really going on. Cause don't that look like a... Oh my goodness. Let me know down in the comments below, y'all. The shift is here. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
You can't visualize it?
No, it's like
Not
just
his
like a
best
thought.
work.
But I can't see it. Like I can't
Okay, me and my sister talk about this, and she says it's like because she can't, and she says she like describes it to herself.
Yeah, that's what I do.
What? No, I just imagine.
So I said the world ended in 1999.
I was watching that, man. You got me down that path. Okay, break it down.
I think the world ended in 1999. Now, what did Prince say? He had a song called what? Party Like It's 1999. Prince is a very smart guy. Now, what happened after that? Okay, they're saying Y2K, everything shut down. They said it didn't happen, right? But here's the
They kept
thing.
saying computers were going to reset and all that shit.
Computers are going to reset, so on and so forth. But why 1999? So if you look at every decade before that, it had a very distinctive look, sound, feel, fashion, everything, music, movies. You're like, oh, that's the 60s for sure. The 60s was wildly different from the 70s, and the 70s from the 80s, and so on and so forth.
Right.
Can you pinpoint anything after that?
After what?
After 2000? After 99? Think about it. What's the fashion of 2010?
Okay, so what you're saying is that we can't see the era change.
There's no era change. Everything kind of blended after that, right?
That's a fact.
Definitely feels like it.
Like, how do you pinpoint the 2010s from the 20s? Or we can't. There's no pinpoint. So we're saying, oh, that's 2010.
Only thing I can think of is white tees and throwback jerseys.
Yeah, people clothes was bigger. We went from Nintendo 64 to Xbox and stuff like that.
But that's technology.
That's technology.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. So we had a technology stride, but culturally, there's nothing that really happened, but it's just a remix of everything else, right? It's kind of like you had the small clothes and baggy clothes, then we went to this rock star era, then we went to this.
People back in baggy clothes now.
Yeah,
right?
back.
So there's no...
I feel like I'm outdated.
on the gas.
But I feel like maybe the world did, and maybe we're in some type of tangent timeline that kind of meshed, and now we're in a space where maybe we're not supposed to be in. Right?
What is the most demonic shit you've seen in LA?
This is where this shit gets real, bro. No, this is where that shit gets real, bro. I came prepared, bro. They not touching me. This is why I got this shit on me. Go ahead.
In LA?
Yes, or just anywhere, but you know, LA is the home of the demonic shit. So let me know.
There was this one party niggas went to, you feel me? Not gonna lie, bro, that shit was just some nut shit, gang, that no kids, nobody should be seeing. Niggas was just getting fucked on the balcony, you feel me? That shit was like an orgy porn party, some bullshit, Not hitting nigga, relax. Yeah, nah, niggas was just getting fucked, bro. Doing drugs. That shit, that ass real, like that was real life. Yup. In the open, bro. Yup.
What parties are you going to? What the?
No, I wasn't. You feel me? Niggas was in and out. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Always are, right?
Hey man, so I'm walking into this Chick-fil-A. By law, they have to now tell you exactly what's in their food if it's hazardous. So I'm walking into Chick-fil-A. I'm gonna ask them for their ingredients in their chicken sandwich. This should go over like a fart in church. So here's a list of everything, all of the ingredients that's in a chicken sandwich, okay? I just looked up half of this, and half of this is linked to cancer. So here's a question. So when you eat here, and now that we just looked up all those ingredients, and we know that most of them cause cancer, shouldn't there be a sign right here, like on a pack of cigarettes, that says, "Danger, this causes cancer"? I'm just saying, bro.
I mean, I fed my kids this shit.
In early 2020, Justin Bieber randomly posts a whole bunch of pictures of babies on his Instagram with the hashtag yummy. Around the same time, he posts this picture right here, yummy, in pizza font. He later goes on Ellen's show and tells her what yummy means to him.
Here's what I want to ask. Yummy. What does that mean exactly?
My sex life.
Okay.
So this led a lot of people to question why he would post them babies with the hashtag yummy when his song is about his life. Now this is obviously an old clip, but it's from John F. Kennedy Jr. and he's talking about how a 9-year-old girl wrote him a poem and she's describing herself as pizza and it's yum yum.
We happen to have someone who sent us Monica Lewinsky's poem that she wrote in 9th grade. Actually, not in 9th grade, when she was a 9-year-old. And I know I'm going to rot in.
Hold on, Monica Lewinsky? When she was 9? That's Bill Clinton. And she just magically wound up in the Oval Office. This is simulation, y'all. This is a game. We're living in a game.
Hell, eternally for this, but can I maybe just give it a sample?
We're puppets.
Okay, it was written, the poem is a poignant rumination on how, quote, I can be a delicious lunch, dinner, or breakfast, if you're weird. She goes on to describe herself, quote, as a round and flat piece of dough with lots of topping. I am a mouth's best friend. I make you say, yum, yum.
And the thing is, she wasn't just some random 9-year-old. She grew up and happened to be the woman that Bill Clinton had an affair with. Almost like she's been in the industry and they used that poem as a startup to some type of code word, pizza. And that takes us back to this picture that he posted around the same time he was posting them babies with the hashtag yummy. And if you know about symbolism or code words that these people use, it's like a secret language. Especially with him posting this picture specifically along with the pictures of the babies in the hashtag yummy. So with all that being said, it almost feels like he was trying to tell us something by doing this. Ask yourself, whoever referred to this as pizza?
They'll name 3 names for your lady parts.
Mini Moos, a JJ, and a pizza.
And look at how she's looking. And she's flaunting it. And if you know anything about Ellen DeGeneres, you would understand why this was her reaction to her saying that.
Do you want to hear about the greatest imposters of human history?
Please.
Queen Elizabeth I was actually a man.
What?
I don't believe it.
So when she was 9 years old, she was sent off to a town called Bisley because there's a plague going on. King Henry, he hadn't seen her for many years. And so he was out on a hunting trip close to Bisley. So he's like, I'm going to go visit my daughter. On his way there, Queen Elizabeth got sick and died. King Henry VIII obviously had a very bad temper. She's looking for a girl that looks close to Queen Elizabeth. Can't find any girl. But Queen Elizabeth's friend, they said a very pretty boy, red hair. So they dressed him up like Queen Elizabeth. And then King Henry got there. There's no suspicion. She became queen. If you look back, she had no weakness of a woman, but the mind of a man. She would always wear a high collar. She refused to get married. But the kicker, hundreds of years later, in Bisley, there's a graveyard very close to the house where Queen Elizabeth grew up. There's an unmarked grave. And when they excavated it, there was a little girl, the same age as when Queen Elizabeth would have died. She was wearing Tudor clothes, like royalty clothes, but an unmarked grave.
What year do you guys think someone has to be born in to be considered old?
I'm thinking like 1990s. It's 1996 for me. Yeah, 1993 for me.
I'm getting old, y'all.
Okay, why?
I see all these
The
videos
trip.
of like, oh, 90s, like that seems so long ago. Yeah. Okay. And then like I think about like 90s people now, and I'm just like, oh. Where are they at? Yeah, literally.
Dead.
All right, family. There you have today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You made it this far. Y'all know what to do. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Links to my second and third channel down below. We're doing uploads over there. There will be one up as you are watching this. There is another upload on my second channel. I don't know what topic we're going to get into, but if you're interested in, you know, student loan debt, credit cards, the dating game, groceries, inflation, interest rates, all those things, go over there and check it out. Y'all appreciate the love. And also playlist popping up in about 5 seconds. If you want to go down that rabbit hole of these videos, click on that playlist, y'all, and let it play. This is Segovia. I'm signing out of the Man Cave. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow on the next one. Later.